All right, I am live, and I don't know if you guys can hear my dog, but he is barking in the background. So, oh goodness, my scratch is coming out red. So, anyways, I am live this afternoon. Like I said, I'm going to be live every Tuesday and Thursday night for the month of April. And April is coming to an end, so I'll be having live chat to decide when I'll be doing live chats. Probably not continue the Tuesday and Thursday night because sometimes it's hard for me to get on live with my children. I'm letting them watch some shows right now so they can, be quiet. And my husband's working overtime, so it's just me and the boys. And I thought I would turn on the TV for them for a while. Let me switch this. Let me switch it down low. So I'm not sure how many people will show up tonight because I didn't really advertise it all that much that I was going to be live tonight. Usually I advertise quite a bit, but I had a big YouTube live sale. Oh, this is sorry, just news. I had a big YouTube live sale yesterday, and it was a success. I was so happy about it, and I've been busy all day. Hi, Teresa. I've been busy all day trying to make my send my invoices and package people's items that they bought, and I'm still not done. Oh, hi, Mom. Oh, thank you. I watched the replay, and I noticed my internet. Oh, hi, Kiwi. Well, the sale was a success. I sold around 50% of the stuff I had for sale. I had like 49 items for sale because I forgot one item, and I sold like I think around half of it because a couple people wanted stuff when they missed the sale. They watched the replay of it, and but my internet is so slow out here in the country, so I know the video is like really the live is really glitchy and stuff. Most people didn't seem to mind. One person said it was hard to see stuff, but my husband says there's nothing we can do about the internet speed. So it's just because where we're located, that's the fastest speed that we can get with the internet. So I'm hoping to do another sale and maybe just not move so fast because my internet's slow. Maybe when I show items for the sale, I can like do it slower or something, or sure close up to the camera. Oh, hi, Joanne. So yeah, the sale was a success. I just wish I had better internet because like Alex on her channel, when she shows her items for sales, everything is so clear, crisp and clear. She must have really fast, good internet where she lives. But yeah, so no sale tonight, but definitely chit chatting about what we're all missing the thrifting the thrifting out there and resale. I definitely miss it. I mean, I like going to the online sales. It gives me an outlet, and it was kind of fun last night with the sale. If any of you guys on here are thinking about selling some items, you might consider doing a YouTube live sale. I'm still learning a lot, but people are wanting to buy, and it's actually pretty easy. It's a lot of work, but I'm figuring out the shipping by weighing stuff and taking PayPal. And so far, most everyone's been really great. I'm paying really quickly. So I don't know, Joanne. Maybe you want to try a YouTube live sale or Kiwi's collectibles, or I don't know. You guys might want to venture into it. I asked Alex from Chapter 2 Vintage a lot of questions, and she was really helpful. Um, so that was nice. And how to send the invoices. Well, Joanne, I'm learning right now. So if you were thinking about doing, you don't have to do 50 items. Let's say you were just going to think about selling like 25, 30 items because you kind of want to make it worth it. I can definitely let you know what I'm learning right now because I've been asking Alex all these questions and I'm learning from experience. So once I've done it, if you're thinking about doing it, you could just ask me and I can let you know. I'm looking at my notes. Yes, I haven't sent them to the post office yet. I'm still packaging. It is scary. I was really nervous last night. I'll be honest, I felt like I was gonna throw up, and because I was so nervous, because I get that feeling like I'm gonna go on stage in a school play, and I just get this anxiety, like, what if no one buys my stuff? My mind starts racing. And I was like getting really hot. I couldn't like speak, like the words weren't coming out. So it was nerve wracking. Hi, Yvonne. And Yvonne bought some of my items, so that was nice. She was a buyer, and Teresa bought stuff, something, purchaser. So yeah, I was really nervous, but I'm always nervous the first time, and then after that, I kind of get used to it. Like I was nervous the first time I did a live chat. I'm like, oh my god, oh my god. Emily, yeah. I would worry no one would buy anything. See, that's what I was worried about. So I was like, okay, I'm going to advertise this hardcore. So I advertised it a bunch on Instagram. I advertised it on my YouTube channel. I asked people what they wanted and stuff. I got like a variety to kind of appease to, a variety of people. So I was like, okay. And then I told my mom, I was like, Mom, you got to like at least come on, watch me so at least someone's there. And then I have a few YouTube friends that I'm close to, and they said they would, be there to support me. Ashley is Rose is one of my friends, and so I was like, oh, good, at least I have a few people. But there's up to 35 people, which I'm really happy with because I'm a smaller channel. So it was really fun. Yeah, I mean, every time I would like put up an item to the screen, like, okay, this is and then Alex was giving me a couple suggestions, like, you say the price before you say the number item, like, oh, okay, and oh yeah, Rachel, you missed it. That's all right. And just to let you guys know, there's 9 people here. Just to let you know, I'm probably gonna have the sale a little bit earlier in the day because I didn't think about when I have at 6 p.m. Pacific, it was like 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. I was like, God, that's really late. And it went for an hour. Hi, Fat Bird Finds. Hi, Laura. Yeah, and I'm packaging up your stuff, Laura, too. And so I think I'm going to have like 5 p.m. Pacific. I know that's dinner time, Pacific time. Well, it could be dinner. But I'm thinking that might be better for people in the Midwest and East Coast. So if you guys are ever thinking about having a YouTube sale, always think about the different times and around the country because I need to think about that. Yeah, I know. Someone said your prices are too cheap, and I was like, well, I try to get rid of stuff, and I kept thinking, well, the shipping is added onto it. I don't know. I know what I've paid for items. So I'm still making profit. I mean, I'm not going to say what I paid, but I'm still making profit. So if I can give someone a good deal, I'm happy with that. Or I like to put little lots together to get rid of more. But yeah, it was fun. I think I'll do it again. I'm going to wait a while. I'm kind of overwhelmed with homeschooling the kids and packaging these items and doing eBay. And so I might wait like a week or so before I do another live sale. But I have all my fun questions to keep the conversation rolling. Okay. So I'm going to start the conversation about vintage clothes. So I know some of you guys don't really buy vintage clothes, but maybe you have an opinion on this subject. So a few years back, there was a movie based on a girl's true life story. And she made over $1 million selling on eBay. And she did this kind of back when it was really, really popular. Like when you can make $1 million on eBay now, it's really hard. So what she did was search for vintage clothes. And a lot of the times she would change the vintage clothes. She would cut them up, resew them, change everything about them. Yeah, Nasty Gal, yeah. I forgot the name of it. It was quite a few years ago that I watched that. So, here was the debate in that movie between people that would buy vintage clothes and they wanted to preserve the look of the vintage clothes. And she took vintage clothes and she would take like a 1950s ball gown, cut it up to be a mini skirt, change the top, add some extra material, and completely change it. So, how do you guys feel about that? Do you think it's cool to take vintage pieces and to change it up, style it, like cutting it and sewing it up? Or do you feel like you should preserve that look? Oh, good. Yeah, Girl Boss. Was it a series or a movie? I can't, or mini series or movie? Okay, so Emily says preserve. Joanne says preserve. All right, depends on the condition. So, well, here's the thing. These were pieces that were in perfect condition. So she would take them and so here's the question. She would take perfectly good items. There's no flaws. And she would cut them up and make her own designs. If they are flawed, I say yes. If no, not no. SD Cali Closet's here. I always. Where am I? Oh my gosh. Oh, there it is. Gracia. I always forget your name, SD Cali Closet. Gracia. Oh, mini series. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. A mini series. I missed that part. Then no preserve. Yeah. So, yeah. My problem was okay. I think to preserve. I think preserve, but there are things that I think are so ugly, like the really long polyester 1970s floral dresses that are real thick, real uncomfortable, super long to your ankles. Hi, Miss Cotton Candy. Hello. With those pieces, I feel like it's fine to cut them into more of a modern kind of style and stuff, but the beautiful pieces like from the 1950s, I feel like you should preserve, but that is my personal opinion. Oh, thank you, Miss Cotton Candy. Yeah, thumbs up. So yeah, I feel like it's better to preserve, but I have the opinion between beautiful vintage and ugly vintage. Like ugly vintage, I think cut it up and redesign it, and beautiful vintage, you know, beautiful vintage, keep it. But it's a matter of opinion. Some people like that 1970s kind of funky look. But yeah, that was a debate in that miniseries, which was based on true story. And the update on that girl that made $1 million, over $1 million off selling on eBay, she eventually filed for bankruptcy. So if you get an update on that, she ended up not doing so well in the long run. Okay, so here's the next question. What is one style you wish never comes back? For me, and this is a style that could do with home decor, fashion, jewelry, anything like that. I get that. I would have to say I agree. I have a vintage 50s dress that does have a flaw, but is too beautiful to ruin. Yeah, she can go to SCL and wow, ha, that stinks for her. Nasty divorce too, like Lisa Frank. Yeah, she had some drama in her life after a while. Uh, I like Christmas ugly sweaters, but I like them when they're like not, I don't know, like when they're kind of cute and kind of ugly, not like super ugly, ugly. But the style that I wish never comes back is orange floral couches. That's a style I never want to come back. Orange. I had a grandma that had an orange floral couch back in the 80s, and oh my god, it was so ugly. And the material on those couches are so rough. They're not soft. They're just, I think they're just for looks, and the look was horrible. So that's a style I wish would never ever come back, is the orange floral couches, and probably orange floral heavy polyester long dresses. I don't want that style to come back either. Heavy polyester dresses sounds horrible. Yvonne says big padded shoulders. Oh yeah, like Golden Girls style jumpsuits and dresses and sweaters. They had the big shoulder pads. I don't like shoulder pads from the 80s. No, I think it looks funky. Oh, polyester clothes. Yes, and the polyester was so thick. Don't care for ornate, overdone furniture. And yes, some of it is super overdone, like very, almost like pretentious. But that's my thing. Yeah, be off their padded shoulders. I love the Golden Girls. Hi, Nathaniel. Um, oops. Pants with pleats. Yeah. And you know what? Pants with pleats, I think, is kind of making a comeback. Like, ugh. Nathaniel, we're asking about what style do you hope never ever comes back with home decor or with fashion or anything like that? What style do you? So far, people are saying they don't want big shoulder pads. They don't want overly ornate furniture. They don't want heavy polyester. I don't want orange floral couches. Those styles can all die. Bell bottom trousers. Those did make a comeback back in the 90s. I remember because I wore them for a couple years. But yeah, I don't think I would want those to come back anymore because I kind of look silly in them. I look back in my pictures, and if any of you were in the 70s or 90s when they came back, you look back in the pictures and they weren't that flattering. They kind of looked like clown pants, if you think about it. Okay, so we all have our styles that we don't want to come back. So the next question is, concrete. Oh, hi, Ricky Donald. Concrete ducks and geese with outfits. Oh, goodness. You know, I think some older women still have that kind of stuff. I feel like I've seen the ducks and geese. Jeans and cut the hem and add material to make bell bombs in the 90s. Yes, I remember that. Yeah, I never did that, but I remember people doing that because bigger the bell bombs, the better. Okay, gonna say two words: shabby chic. If you guys know what that means, my question is yay or nay. So for a while, shabby chic look, furniture decor was making a comeback. Now I don't think it's as big right now. So what do you guys think of shabby chic? Yay or nay? Yeah, the 70s. 70s, then it went away in the 80s because that was like tight jeans and then came back in the 90s. Ah, yes, stirrups on the bottom of leggings, socks with samples. Yes, I remember stirrups. Oh, Mrs. Cotton Candy likes shabby chic. Teresa likes shabby chic. Oh, Nathaniel says no shabby chic. Nay. I feel like shabby chic is more of a feminine style. More of a I was selling shabby chic furniture that I was painting white and distressing a couple years ago, and then I kind of got burnt out on it. Yeah, I don't personally like shabby chic for my own decor, but I knew people wanted it, so I made some shabby chic pieces for other people. For me, it's not my style. I'm more into, oh God, what am I more into? Kind of more natural looking browns and tans and greens and things like that. I don't care for, yeah, it's really 50-50. Some people love it and some people just can't stand it. Rust and chip paint will always live on. Yeah, and I know a lot of people like the rusty things and stuff. It depends on what it is. It depends on what it is. If it's something like really old, maybe from the early 1900s and stuff, then I don't mind. But if it's something I don't know. Sometimes if it's not vintage, it's made to look rusty and kind of funky. Then I'm like, I don't really like that. But I don't really have it in my home. Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, you could like it if it like sells and stuff. I don't like the primitive look. Oh, Kiwi, what's the primitive look? Is that like the basic kind of like the old basic like butter churns and things and like real basic wood pieces? Oh, Nathaniel's never been into rust very much. Yeah, that's kind of a hit or miss kind of look for people, the rust. Some people just love it and they look for it. And me, I'm not into it. Old and rusty. Okay, that, yeah, primitive. Yeah, that's not, it's not really my style either. Um, okay. Uh, if I wasn't married, I'd probably have it more in my home. Yeah, I know, right? Um, so moving on to the next question. I'm kind of jumping around. I should have asked this question earlier when we were talking about clothes. It seems enough on the minimalist trend. It seems depressed. I probably should be into the minimalist trend because I have way too much stuff. Like, oh my god, it's insane. Like Alex from Chapter 2 Vintage was saying that she's afraid she'll run out of stuff. And I was seriously like, do you want some of my crap? I have a lot of it. Oh, MCM boho. That's cool. That's hard to find too. That's really hard to find. Um, okay, so here's the next question, and this goes back to clothes, and this probably has to do with a lot more with like vintage clothes. So, what do you hate more? Shrunk vintage clothes, like beautiful vintage pieces that people have shrunk accidentally, or moth holes in clothes. You know what I'm talking about? The moth holes. Like a lot of times you'll see them in wool pieces or cashmere sweaters and stuff. So what do you hate more? Shrunk vintage clothes, like maybe a beautiful sequined 1950s cardigan sweater, and it shrunk. It still fits, but it has that shrunk tight feeling. Or it has like 5 or 6 moth holes that you could possibly sew, but they're there. Yeah, that's a hard one. Personally, I'd rather have moth holes than shrunk. I cannot stand shrunken clothes, and I've seen channels that have picked up shrunk clothes at the bins or thrift stores, and like, oh, look at this beautiful sweater, and I can see sitting at home that sweater is shrunk, and I'm like, ugh. And you can see by the material, it's tight. You can look, and it kind of has a wavy look sometimes if it's really shrunk, and it bothers me. I don't know why, but I'd rather have moth holes because I feel like you could sew them somehow, or you could like put a beautiful brooch over it, like hide it. Like that doesn't bother me as much. And even shrunk will still fit someone. That's true. Moth holes. Not much into clothes. Half my shirts are older than vintage Vinny. Oh my goodness. So Nathaniel, what would you hate worse, if you shrunk your shirt or your shirt got moth holes in it? What would bother you more? Unknown person in my head when I see good labels at the thrift just ruined by not taking care. Yep. Yeah, I know. I hate when they buy beautiful pieces of clothing, whether it's expensive or rare and vintage or great brands, and they don't care for it. Like when it says, you know, wash a certain way and or hand dry and they put in the dryer. Like I've accidentally ruined clothes before. I've accidentally shrunk clothes by accident getting mixed up. Afghans, yeah, they are the queen of Afghans. Um, and I've had stuff where my cat ruined it by scratching it up or whatever. So I'm always kicking myself when I ruin pieces of clothing. Um, those holes that every T-shirt I have gets from my belt buckle. Oh, really? Yeah. The oldest piece of clothing I own is actually it's actually, I have a dress and a men's uh, dress jacket from the late 1800s, and I actually found those pieces at the bins. One of the pieces I showed over a year ago on my YouTube channel, but that's the oldest pieces. I don't wear them, I just have them. But some of the oldest pieces that I wear are from the 1950s. But I can't really wear too much. Actually, no, 1940s. But it's hard for me to find vintage clothes because for some reason back then women were really tiny. There's a collab idea. Yeah. Always thinking of collabs. Um, Here's my next question. Just jumping around with these questions. Do you ever thrift? And this is when you go to estate sales, garage sales, thrift stores, anywhere that you go when you thrift. Do you ever thrift for items that bring back fond memories? So you're not necessarily buying something to resell. You're not buying something because you love it. You're just buying something because inside it brings you fond memories. Maybe it's something your grandmother had or something that brought you joy when you were a child. A lot of the times when people reach a certain age, they start buying things that bring them fond memories of their childhood. Like certain toys are making a comeback because people are now reaching their 40s and 50s, and now they're looking into toys from like the 70s and 80s, and they're becoming more popular. Yes, remind me of my mother all the time. I do that too. I do buy things that bring back memories and stuff, and especially kids' books. I can't resist turning away a kids' book that I remember reading as a child. Yeah, nostalgic. Like one of my favorites was Danny and the Dinosaur, and that was the first book that I learned how to read. So if I ever see it in the thrift store, I always buy it just because I want to, remember that time. And I don't keep all the Danny Dinosaur copies, but I'm always thinking I can't let this go in the trash, because it stays in the bins, ends up in the trash eventually. So I want to save it. Wade Whimsies, they used to give them away here with toothpaste. Used to make sure us brush our teeth so we could open the next box. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's awesome. That would bring back wonderful memories. Yeah, the ladies run for the linens and hankies. Well, I remember my grandmother didn't like tissues. She always had a hanky with her, and if you had a stuffy nose, she'd offer her dirty hanky, and I was like, oh god, the hankies were a big thing back then. Yeah, I feel like everybody does it, kind of. Hi, trusty huckster mercantile. Fire King because bowls. I don't even like BC, but I buy more when I see them because it reminds me of my grandma. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, Fisher Price cash register because I always play. Yeah, I played grocery store when I was little too. I've actually bought Fisher Price items I played with in the 1980s because I remember playing with them, and then I had my kids play with them, so that brought me joy. Um, doo, doo, doo. Okay. Okay, so moving on along from the memories. So I was wondering what you guys thought about glassware. So, glassware back in the day, I feel like was big because a lot of grandmas or women back then had little glass candy dishes or little glass candle holders, glass little vases. It was glass, glass, glass. So, do you guys think glassware will ever make a big comeback the way it was popular back in the oh gosh, I feel like it was popular back in the 40s and 50s, especially in the 50s where people, were back from World War II. They were shopping, they were buying things. Women were decorating their homes. It was the baby boom. So they were buying all this fun, really cute glassware. Um, and there's all these colors and stuff. And I felt like for a while that kind of went out of style. And do you guys think that glassware like that will ever make a big comeback? Or do you think like people are kind of getting away of buying all that kind of little cute glassware and stuff? So for me, I'm not a big glass person, and it's actually hard for me to sell glassware in my antique space. I know some people do really well selling it. Okay, yeah, you don't think so? Well, now we're in a really weird time in history where, I mean, right now for the past month and a half, people aren't having enough money to spend on things they don't need. So it might be quite a while before that ever glassware ever makes a comeback. If I had a bunch of glassware, I don't know what to do. Glassware is not my thing. Yeah, it's not my thing. I admire it. Ulysses Fernandez. Oh, I'm just asking questions about thrifting and resale. And right now, I'm asking the question: if you ever think, do you ever think that glassware will make a comeback? Yeah, and that's another thing. Glassware was all about, like when women bought glassware, it was all about entertaining. Having the candy dish out, having dinners, for people, having barbecues and stuff. They had all the fancy glassware for different drinks and all that. Oh, peanut. Wow, 50 years ago. Oh my goodness. Oh, so you love glass. So you do well with glass. Pluto glass tumbler today. Love glass. Some people are, really into it and are big collectors and stuff. Hi, Michelle. Clear glass, no matter how pretty or wet design, will have the most difficult comeback. Yeah, and that's another thing. Clear glass, from what I heard someone's opinion, is very hard to clean, and that's why people aren't buying as much. I don't know if that's why, but that's what I've heard. And yeah, so clear glass, you'll see a ton of it at Goodwill, and I kind of feel bad because some of the clear glass is really pretty, but it it gets, I don't know, kind of overlooked and stuff, and it gets kind of lost in the other glassware. So some pieces are really gorgeous, but it kind of gets lost in the whole mess of glassware. Like if you go into Goodwill, you'll see a whole section, a whole row of just glassware. Yeah. Yeah, and there's another thing. It's expensive to ship. And all the padding you have to do with glassware, I don't know, it makes me nervous. I got enough on my plate. um, do, 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 do. Okay, so here I'm jumping around with my questions. I'm promoting barware. Well, some people still collect that barware and stuff. Me personally, I don't. We don't really have like a big family or like barbecues at my house and stuff like that. But I know some people are into it. Um, Actually, I'm just going to jump around with the questions. My next question is: when you go to garage sales or estate sales, aw, Rachel, I have a problem not buying glassware. I love having a variety of options. Creates a feeling within me of deep pleasure. Nice. I need to learn how to photograph it. Yeah, see, I barely sell glassware online. I have a hard time selling it, and then the whole shipping it just makes me nervous. So when you have gone, this is kind of jumping around with the questions. When you guys have gone to a garage sale or estate sale towards the end of the sale, do you guys ever offer the people holding the sale to take their unsold items? And not to buy their unsold items, but to actually like have them, ask them if you could take it off their hands. Um, my personal experience, I was going to a neighborhood sales, and this guy, younger guy, said he was taking people's unsold items that they wanted to give them to him. And for me personally, I'm too nervous to ask people, hey, can you give me unsold items? Like if they put it out there, it's free. Obviously, I'll take it. But I've never actually really asked a garage sale or an estate sale. Well, actually, not really estate sale, garage sales, if I could take their unsold items. I don't have enough courage to do that. I was wondering if any of you guys or gals have done that, have had the courage to ask a sale if they would give you their unsold items. I know, it's embarrassing. Like, I'm just like, oh my gosh. Like, I don't know. My shyness comes out, my nerves. I just couldn't do it. Like, I was surprised the guy did. And that were donated to my favorite small thrift stores. Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times they'll donate it. But I've seen it happen so many times where people say, hey, you want, instead of donating it, you want to give it to me? Like that, because I don't have the space for stuff I don't want, but I've lowball offer for individual leftovers is success. Yeah, and that's fine. That's totally fine. I think a lot of people do that. Hold on one second. I'm getting a message. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys. Yeah, so, I mean, you know, and you've gone to sales where everything's like 50% off and stuff. And, oh, sorry, I'm getting Instagram messages. So yeah, I would offer to give money, but I don't know. I feel like I'd be too embarrassed. Um, okay, so here is another fun question, and this is kind of like not a psychological question, but they've kind of done studies on this, and I'll tell you the question in just a second. I've never offered anything like that because I don't have. Oh, I already read that. As the advice is over, I am not paying full price for anything again. That's right. You're like, oh yay, Kat is here. Lucky Sweetheart Vintage. Hi. It's funny that I've actually had to pay full price for a few things I usually don't, and it's all because of this virus going on. So yeah, I never want to pay full price for anything ever again. I would feel more comfortable to do that than to take from the free bin. I know I'm weird. Yeah, see me, I don't like the confrontation of it. So I would just, I don't know. I just don't want to, not confrontation. I just don't know what the word is. Confrontation seems like a negative term. Something other than confrontation. I just don't want to talk to people. Maybe I'll just say that. I don't want to talk to anyone. Okay, so here's the question, and they've actually done studies on this. Do you tend to buy more when you're on vacation? And this could be buying new or used. When you go on vacation, do you go to thrift stores and garage sales? Do you tend to buy more? Yeah, they've done tests on this. I can't remember where I've read this, but I have read this. So for you guys, do you guys buy more when you're on vacation? I know no one's on vacation now because we're under quarantine, but if you were to go on vacation the next, 6 months from now, will you be buying more stuff when you're on vacation? Kat saying hi to everyone. Hi, Kat. So glad you came. I didn't even have time to read your message. I buy dumb junk on vacation. Yes, I do too. I don't know what it is in my brain. I feel like I have to buy something to make this vacation worth it. Yeah, I buy so much on vacation, stuff I wouldn't normally buy. But my last I buy things to resell just so I can see I did it. Yeah, I've done that too, buying to resell and for myself. Oh, really, Joanne? Oh, you got restraint then. See me, I mean, I still have a budget, but I'll buy like Kiwi collectible said, I'll buy stupid stuff, like stuff I normally wouldn't buy if I was at home. Yeah, I don't buy a lot. I don't buy a lot. It's just stuff I normally wouldn't buy. Like when I went to Hawaii 10 years ago, like I bought a, kind of a funky bracelet, and I bought like a necklace, and I, spent a little bit more than I wanted. And it wasn't something that was like super, super great. No, I'm just poor, LL. Joanne, we're all poor. That's why we all go thrifting. Says you need to buy something to make your gas money back. That's right. Make your gas money back. I just always feel like shopping on vacation is part of the vacation. Like I feel like that's part of the fun of going on vacation. Um, so that's making me think of a vacation, which I really want. I was supposed to be in Hawaii 3 weeks ago, and obviously that fell through. But when I do go to Hawaii when this whole thing's over, because I have to, I only got store credit for part of it. I will be buying dumb stuff. Oh, Cat buys stupid stuff. Miss Cotton Candy. Yes, I agree. Yep, stupid stuff. So when you do go shopping at thrift stores, estate sales, or garage sales, and especially like when you go to thrift stores that are color coordinated. So I have cocktail glass on my Etsy store. Oh, yay! That's funny, glassware. You sold glassware, yay! So what color stands out for you when you go shopping? Some people, red stands out for them, like red cherries and red vintage glasses and stuff. Some people think teal stands out for them. So everyone has a certain color that jumps out at them when they go to thrift stores or garage sales. So what color jumps out at you, or what color do you seek out or just stands out for you that you love? Yeah, make that money, sell those glasses. Some people love them. So a couple of things that stand out for me are teal and red. So those are the two colors that really, I don't necessarily buy a lot of red, but it stands out for me. But I do like teal clothing, teal jewelry and stuff. The decor, I would say like golds and silvers kind of stand out for me. Oh, Fabric Finds, orange and blue, orange and blue. See, orange is a color, does not stand out for me. Green is a color, doesn't stand out for me either. Oh my gosh, Nathaniel said green, my favorite color. That's funny. Miss Cotton Candy says, I don't have a color. I love all colors. Aw. So you go for the colorful stuff, not necessarily like the plain glass or maybe Miss Cotton Candy doesn't really go for like black and stuff. Color. Red is my favorite, but I like all colorful things. Organized by color. Okay, I can't say I have a target color, though my personal favorite color is purple. Oh, yeah, I forgot about purple. So I guess I lean to that. Purple doesn't really stand out for me, but yeah, it kind of annoys me when they do color coordinate. I don't know why. I like to treasure hunt. The 1930s mint green is addicting. Yes, or beautiful clean dark blues, not dark blue, but like a royal blue, like a royal blue velvety 1940s dress. Oh my god, that stuff really stands out for me. Yeah, like I saw this one dress at a store, and it was royal blue satin kind of 50s dress, and it looked bigger. I tried it on, I couldn't even zip it in the back. It was horrible. I was like, this person must have been like a size 2. But I loved the color. And Michelle says red for cool kitchen vintage. Oh yeah, decor turquoise and pink for everywhere else. Boho colors. Oh yeah. Or like a light tan color with a splash of pink. That's really pretty. Or I also like floral stuff like this with birds. You can kind of see the pinkish and the tan, and you can see that big picture. I like the tans and greens and natural with a little gold. So I like stuff like that. Um, so yeah, it's funny. Everyone has their own style of color. I love orange leukemia awareness. Oh yeah, purple for ravens in honor of my nephew. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, and colors mean different things to different people. Sometimes certain colors bring back memories, or certain colors stand for certain things. So, that's another thing about colors. um, oh, this is just a silly question. Okay, I was thinking about this because I watch a variety of YouTube channels. And before, when people could go out thrifting, I would kind of check out their outfits. And I was going to ask you guys, when you go thrifting, either garage sales or thrift stores, do you guys dress up or dress down? Oh, pink reminds me of Pepto Bismol. Well, certain pink color, yeah. I don't like pink all by itself. I like pink mixed with other colors, and it has to be just a little bit. So, do you guys dress up or dress down? So, I'll give you an example. I look like a bum, Rachel. She's like, I don't care. So, in one channel, the girl or girls dressed up like kind of really nice and trendy. Oh, white. Yes. White color. White white decor is really making comeback, and I feel like white milk glass and stuff is making a comeback. It's nice and clean. So, what I was gonna say about dressing up is these two girls were dressing up. They had full on jewelry, beautiful, trendy outfits, expensive purses, and I think they thought because they were dressed up, they couldn't negotiate the price at the rummage sale. Because I think the people thought maybe, oh, they have money, or this is something they really want. Because look at all the trendy stuff they're wearing. So I don't know. When I go out, I dress down. Yeah, comfortably. So dress down, comfy. Sometimes I fancy it. Yeah, I don't feel like I fancy up. I feel like I dress comfortably, which is dressing down. Sometimes I get compliments from people, like they're like, "Oh, that's a cute sweater," or fun outfit and stuff, and I'm just like, I'm really not putting any effort into this. Or I wear big earrings. That's just my go-to. Like, even when I dress down, I usually wear big earrings, and then people think I'm dressing up. But my thing is, I try to dress down. Like, I don't even wear makeup. I go out, but sometimes people still think I'm dressing up. Oh, Teresa, you love milk glass? Dress down. Take take off my watch and ring. Need to look completely impoverished. Yes, and then maybe people will give you good deals, Nathaniel. No makeup, hair up, leggings, big shirt, and earrings. Nice. The color scheme of my kitchen is gray. Oh, cat gray is making a comeback too. Gray is actually really popular. Grays, silvers, and whites. That's like big in magazines and stuff. And diamond encrusted. I'll drive my old rusty truck to yard sales. I put makeup on. Not sure why I do that. I know sometimes I put makeup on only just for myself, actually. Dress down. I love hoop earrings. Me too. My favorite type of earrings. Rachel owns more winter gear. Yeah, does have a big diamond. Was a gift. Nice. I know. Maybe it helps us to get better deals. Like if we dress down, because people are like, oh, they need this deal at the garage sale, or I don't know, psychological. But yeah, I just remember seeing that one episode of this YouTube channel, and they were all dressed up. I'm like, oh God, don't dress up. Don't. They're not going to give you good deals. They're going to think you have too much money, or they're trendsetters, and you'll pay anything for certain items. Oh my gosh, Rachel, it snowed again. Oh Lord, I would die if it was snowing here. It's been sunny. It was rained today. Oh my gosh, Michelle. Yeah, Nathaniel, are you wearing a pinky ring with a big old diamond? Little girl outside for her last walk of the night. Okay. Good night, Joanne. Ugh, bipolar weather. No. I'm done with bipolar weather. I just want sun. I want rain maybe at night and sun for like 4 or 5 days straight. Oh, oh, here's a funky question. Okay, here is a funky question. So you go to a garage sale, not a professionally run estate sale, but like a garage sale, or it could be a rummage sale. You're wearing wool socks. Oh my gosh. And you buy an item, and you find that's broken. Maybe it's a glass piece and you pay like $10 for it because you thought it was perfect condition, but you figure out it's broken. Or electronic item, they said it works, but it doesn't work. Have you guys ever returned an item to a garage sale? I haven't. Originally wanted camouflage green. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's windy there and cold. Nathaniel's in New Zealand. That's far. Oh, hi, Audra. Yeah, dressing down is a tactic. That's right. That is right. You got to play the part. So, have you guys ever, Nathaniel? What time is it in New Zealand right now? Okay, not to a garage sale, but yes to the thrift store. Yeah, I've returned stuff to Goodwill so many stinking times. They miss things all the time. Goodwill always, they'll price things way too high, and then you notice it has a problem, and they only give you store credit where I go. But with garage sales, I'll tell you my little history with that. So normally I do not return things to a garage sale. I look at them like they're crazy. Almost 2 p.m. Wednesday. Oh my gosh, Nathaniel. Oh my goodness. No, I asked to put it in, or if they don't have it. Oh, Pug. I usually don't buy it. Is it Pug? Yes, I got store credit too. Yeah, store credit Goodwill. So one time I did go to a sale, and this was, I don't know, years ago. And I bought a little grab bag of some toys, and I looked at them. Oh, Plug, sorry. Oh, actually, undisclosed damage. Okay. What were you saying before about a plug? I think I lost it. Um, so, anyways, I opened the bag, and I think kids packaged this, and it had like dirt all up inside the toys and stuff. And I was still in the neighborhood, but I was annoyed. And it was only $2, but it was like, I think I was just in a bad mood that day. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't want to throw away $2. I felt really bad, but it was disgusting. Like the toys, I don't know, they had something sticky and dirt, like all, like I couldn't clean it. It was really gross. And so I went back to that garage sale. It's like a multi-family garage sale, and I returned the item. I said, "Oh, I bought this for $2. I think maybe the kids filled it, and all the toys are really dirty, you know." And they were kind of embarrassed, like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." And so I ended up not getting cash back. I said, "You know what? I'll just try to find something else." So I just found something else for $2 worth. But I was still in the neighborhood. I didn't make an extra trip. But yeah, I did return something from a garage sale. But that was the only time I ever did that. Oh gosh, Nathaniel, you're living in the future. Flying cars here. God, how long would it take to fly there? Oh my gosh, that's funny. So would you guys do that if you found something like in a grab bag and it was disgusting? Would you return it, or would you just? I mean, maybe if you're still in the neighborhood, would you have done what I did? Return the item, even though it was $2. So it's the principle of it. That's how I felt. The principle of it. I mean, I've bought electronic things from garage sales, crossing my fingers that it would work, and trusting that the people were telling me the truth that the item worked. And I haven't been ripped off yet. Nah, buyer beware, I guess. No, not anymore. So, oh no, I'm the only one. I only did it once. I was in a mood to return something. I felt like that $2 could have bought me a lot of other stuff that was clean. I'm in the minority here. Um, so that leads to my next question. Have you had good luck buying grab bags at estate sales or garage sales? So, personally, I love grab bags. And they're not necessarily grab bags, but they're clear bags. Oh, it's good, Mary T. It's good. I'm okay. That's why I asked to plug it in, or I don't buy it. Okay. I'll I'll save $2 more elsewhere. That's true. Yeah, Michelle, I wouldn't even have made the trip, but I was still in the neighborhoods. That's why I went back. You don't have. I know. I had a lot of guts to do that. Ask for my money back. Oh, okay. Bye, Kiwi's Collectibles. Yes. Oh, really? Grab bags? I usually find the grab bags at estate sales, and I've actually been really lucky with them and stuff. Because if you go to a estate sale, the people that run those estate sales, they mostly look at stuff that they want, big money on, like certain antiques. And then a lot of times they will overlook little things, and they're like, oh, I don't want to price a bunch of stuff for 50 cents a dollar. So they'll just throw it in a grab bag because they're working on a whole house, for an estate sale. So a lot of times you can find some real gems in grab bags at estate sales. Oh, really, Teresa? Maybe it's just like certain areas that they do that. I don't see a lot of grab bags at Goodwill anymore, but estate sales, you can get for big estate sales when they just want to get rid of stuff. Well, I'm calling it a grab bag, but I kind of mean like it's a clear bag. You can see in it. But like you go in the office area, it'll be clear bag filled with like old scissors, pencils, pens, old stamps, things like that. Oh, box lots of auctions. I have not done that before, but I've watched YouTube channels that uh, bid on boxes at auctions, and I need to do that. Well, eventually. Really, you haven't had luck with grab bags? Usually, I don't want one thing, but that grab is too much, and I don't want to deal with selling the rest. Yeah, I get grab bags at Value Village. Oh, nice. Seeing them at estate sales. Yeah, and it's usually the no, I don't call it grab bags, but the miscellaneous bags and stuff are usually at the big estate sales where the company has to clear out the whole entire house. So they don't want to deal with all the little things. They don't want to deal with all the 50 cent, quarter, $1 items. They want it all to be gone. Oh, comfy pants. Yes, I'm wearing my comfy pants. I don't know if you guys can see. See, I'm wearing pajama pants. I don't care. I'm under quarantine. When you had your auction the other night, I kept asking you to hold everything a little close to the camera. I know. And it doesn't help that my internet is slow. I've asked my husband, is there any way we can get faster internet? Because it's really glitchy and stuff, so it's hard to see things clearly. And I'm videotaping on my camera, and he's like, no, where we live out in the woods. We just can't. And it works fine for like selling on eBay and stuff, but for doing lives, it's hard. So for my next sale, I'll try to move slower and put things closer to the my phone so people can see stuff better. I'll do it. Yeah, core items can be. Yeah, that's right. Why pants at all, Rachel? Yeah, why wear pants? Let's just run around our underwear. Like, we're just home. No one's here. It's just us. Oh, yeah. Yeah, sometimes people feel bad for $5. It's some estate sales, and rummage sales. I love feel bad for $5 at rummage sales. That is my favorite favorite high of all. Like it's oh my gosh, my endorphins just whew, go off. Oh, so what I'm doing now, this might be better. I'm using my phone's data instead of my home internet. I thought it might be clearer and work better. And I might do that for the sale. Try to use my phone data instead of the internet here. Our internet here is so slow, and that's what I used for my sale last night. So I might try using the data and see if that's any better. I don't know. It might be just a teeny bit better. But unfortunately, I'm stuck with this. I'm just picky. Okay, great. Sure hope we have church rummage sales this summer. Me too. Yeah, gosh, I'm really hoping for that. Yeah, I know. I feel like it's just crazy. Yeah, $5 a bag is just, oh, wonderful. um, okay. So I have one more question for the night. We've been on here for over an hour, and yeah, I'm gonna run to those rummage sales. Hopefully, I don't know if it's gonna happen this summer, but we'll see. Um, so don't want to see myself, Michelle. I know. Sometimes I walk around, shorts and like a tank top. The kids like, why are why do you have clothes on? Look at clothes, I'm dressed. Um, oh, so here is my final and last question, and oh, excuse me, this is a mistake that many people may have made, but if you're an expert, you haven't made it. I've never been to a church sale, and I'm 66. Oh, Ricky, 66. You need to go to a church sale. They're the best. Okay, I will, Kat. I will. So, here is a mistake people have made in the past. I have actually done this before. Have you ever purchased something you thought was vintage and then realized it was a fake or reproduction? So, have you ever been fooled? Make sure their butt is covered. Yes, for over 40 years in malls. Oh, wow. I'm really surprised you have never been to a church sale. Yeah. You haven't lived until you've been to a church rummage sale, but it has to be a good one where the deals are amazing and all this stuff is worth, tons of money. I've been to some really crummy church rummage sales and some really good ones. Oh, Mrs. Cotton Candy, yes, sadly, many times. And I've been fooled before when I've seen something like at a sale, and I'm like, oh wow, is this old or something? And then I turn it over, and it has that little tiny sticker that says "Made in China," and I'm like, gosh, dang it. And I feel like when I've watched other YouTube channels, others have done that too. Never fooled, but won't buy unless I'm sure it's authentic. Yes, otherwise I just find I am sure of. Yeah. Oh, hi, Lori. Or too poor to ever pay too much. Yeah. Well, what kills me is sometimes, not very often, I'll like kind of overpay for something that I think is vintage, and then I realize it's not, and I'm like, oh, that always kills me. No. How about after turning a cool perfume ball over and it says Avon? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Or sometimes I'll see cool jewelry pieces, and I'll think that it's like really old or something, and it's a reproduction from Avon. And I'm like, oh my gosh! And they probably sold it for like $10 new back in 19 whatever 90. Um, but yeah, I've been fooled before. One example is I bought Christmas ornaments at a estate not estate sale garage sale, and I they were only I think they're only 50 cents a box, and I didn't look at them too closely, and I thought, oh my god, these are really cheap, and they're vintage. I can tell they're vintage. And then I take them home and I look at them closer after like a couple days, and they're from Walmart, and I'm like, how did I miss that? Like they had the look of vintage, but they were reproductions from Walmart, and that's why they were 50 cents a box. I thought I was getting a good deal. Like, oh, I got a good deal. They didn't know what they were pricing, but I end up being the idiot. Glasgow lunch, and we were to bring our own vintage dish and glassware. I was scared to death. I would show up with a fake, and they would mock me. Oh God, trusty huckster mercantile. That would be horrifying. Yes, I'd be afraid of that too. Oh, I'm not sure what kind of leaf. It's sterling silver, and I found it. Actually, I don't know where I found it. I think I found it at in a grab bag of jewelry from Goodwill or something. I don't know. All my jewelry's mixed up. But I put it on this This necklace didn't go with it. It was just this. Uh, I opened frame mail and was like, "Oh wow, vintage garland," and it was from Hobby Lobby. I said vintage on my channel. I felt like such a dork. I know. See, isn't that funny? Because a lot of that stuff they try to bring back, and sometimes they're really good at making reproductions. That's something I do. Yeah, I have some hard to tell items for sure. Yeah, it is hard to tell because sometimes you have to like look at the whole thing really closely, or if it doesn't have that "Made in China" sticker. Cool old dish marked "Made in China" and turned out to be an actual vintage Made in China dish that sold for good money. Nice. That's awesome. Well, yeah, some Chinese vintage pieces are worth a lot of money. I actually sold red and black vase Chinese. Sorry, was it Chinese? Vase, yeah, that people thought was cheap and stuff, and ended up selling it for like $60. I could tell it's quality. Uh huh. Yeah, most of my inventory at yard and state sales in older neighborhoods. Yes, older neighborhoods are sometimes the best. Some Made in China can still be really good money. Yeah, some of it can. It has to be. It has to be the right thing. It has to be the right thing. Yeah, like the vase I had. A lot of people passed on it because like, oh, that's not worth anything, and I picked it up and I ended up buying it and ended up selling it for, God, I can't remember, between $60 and $70. It was a few years ago. How good China from junk. It's hard for me too. It's really hard for me. I mean, it's hard for me to tell on certain pieces. Some pieces that are reproduction, like I can tell right away. Like I can just like it looks old, but it just has that cheaper kind of look. Like some people will get fooled. I'm like, no, this is no this is no good. But yeah, hopefully as I get older, I will learn more and not get ripped off as much, and not feel like a fool when I buy reproductions or something that's made at the craft store that I think is worth $100. You do this long enough, you'll get better at. Yeah, I feel like I'm learning all the time about vintage items and stuff, and I learn a lot by watching YouTube channels, and like certain channels that are familiar with how to tell with vintage and stuff. Oh, hey, girl, Lily Mae. I'm actually about to head off. We've been on for over an hour. So, guys, we've been talking for over an hour. But if you enjoyed chatting with all your fellow YouTubers or slash resellers, thrifters, um, then you could join me again on Thursday. So every Tuesday and Thursday night for the month of April at 6 p.m. Pacific, I'll be doing these chats. I like to ask a lot of questions to get everyone chatting with each other, for me to chat with you. It helps the conversation go on, and my brain is always filling with the ideas and questions to talk about. So I always have new questions. So if you guys enjoy talking about our favorite subject, reselling and thrifting, then come chat with me on Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And yeah, we'll talk more about all the stuff we're missing out on right now. I'm going to read your guys' comment. Oh, antique price guides. Oh, yeah. I used to have a lot of those books. Oh, yay. I'm glad that you like it. Reseller community. Yes. You know, I should title it YouTube reseller community chat. Or maybe that'd be too long. I don't know. Or something like that, because we're all in a community. We all love thrifting. We all love reselling. And we all have our different opinions on all the different aspects of reselling and thrifting and stuff. But yeah, definitely come back Thursday and we'll all chat some more and say hello to everyone. All right, I'll be heading out. Bye.